Hi there, weather fans. Rick Mitchell with you. This is Hardcore Weather for Thursday, October 2nd, 2008. You know, we've had a weak cold front that's moved across the state overnight with very little fanfare, but we'll notice it in today's temperatures. We could end up being a good 7 to 10 degrees cooler today than what we were yesterday. We're going to warm right back up this weekend. You're going to notice some strong, gusty southerly winds, and thunderstorm chances increase by early next week as a fairly strong storm moves into the plains. It's been a while since we have had rain. I think September 13th was the last time we saw rain here in Oklahoma City, and that dry streak could come to an end by early next week. Let's take a look at the maps. This is the 500 millibar flow from last evening, 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening, and very amplified pattern. Huge trough in the eastern United States. Look at the northerly winds coming in. This is bringing a reinforcing shot of cooler air into Oklahoma. We're not going to see any rain with it, but we will expect temperatures to be lower today than what they were on Wednesday. And then out to the west, a huge ridge of high pressure. This is a very amplified pattern, and if anything, over the next few days, it's actually going to flip-flop. Let's look at this graphic that I found on the website of the National Weather Service. I think it does a good job of explaining what's going to happen here over the next 5 to 7 days. This is kind of the look today. The trough in the east, cool and dry weather. Here's our reinforcing shot of cooler air that will make today cooler than what we had yesterday. To the west, very large ridge of high pressure, warm, dry. Let's look what's going to happen by the weekend. What happens is we start to see a shift in the pattern. The ridge in the west now becomes a trough in the west, so you have cooler air aloft. The air in the eastern United States becomes dominated by the upper ridge, so it's basically a flip-flop. And in between, we start to see some Gulf moisture returning as the next storm system, this big upper low, approaches from the west. This would be in the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time frame, probably Sunday out in the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and then maybe Monday, Tuesday, western Kansas, western Oklahoma, maybe even central Oklahoma, with a chance of some thunderstorms developing. Still enough uncertainties to not to be able to make a definite on whether there's going to be severe weather, but within this zone in the central United States early next week, we could see some strong, perhaps even some severe thunderstorms. Now let's take a look at the 6Z GFS, and this will be the 1,000 to 500 millibar thickness, basically the surface pattern. And what you're going to notice today, there's 12Z, here's lunchtime. Notice the nice little high right on top of Branson. That is a reinforcing shot of cooler air. The main low is well to the northeast of us, but this shot of cooler air should trim temperatures by a good 6 to 7 degrees over what we had yesterday, maybe even as much as 10 degrees over what we had yesterday. Winds should be on the light side, should be pretty nice. We'll put this into motion, and we'll go through the day on Friday. Now, yesterday I was concerned that we may see a few pop-up showers on Friday. GFS is not real bullish on that. And I think the chances are pretty low. I think the bulk of Friday does look like it will be dry. We start to see the pressure gradient increase from this high to our east to the approaching storm system to the west, and that means Friday will end up being a breezy day, a little bit more wind. And then certainly as we get into the weekend, there is lunchtime on Saturday rather. Notice the pressure gradient really tightening up. These black lines of equal pressure. Anytime you get 4 of them across Oklahoma, you're going to have wind gusts up around 30 miles per hour. So a windy Saturday. It'll be warm. Temperatures will be shooting right back into the mid to upper 80s this weekend. So quite a difference in terms of wind than what we've been having. There is Sunday. That's lunchtime Sunday. Windy. Notice the precip breaking out across New Mexico and the Texas Panhandle. Those will likely be thunderstorms as the upper storm system approaches us. There is Monday morning, thunderstorms into western Oklahoma, likely coming in Sunday night into Monday morning. Much of the plain states experiencing showers and thunderstorms at that point. There's lunchtime Monday, there's Monday evening, and that would give us at least a fair chance to low chance of showers and storms on Monday. And then on Tuesday, there's 12Z Tuesday, lunchtime Tuesday. Maybe the better chance is a little farther north, and east of Oklahoma City, but a chance nonetheless. And then on into Wednesday, everything looks like it shifts off to the east. There's Thursday morning, so 1 week from today. Notice the big high that's building into the northern Rockies. That's going to bring another front into the area by not this weekend, but the following weekend. There's Friday morning. Get a little storm action in here, maybe a cold frontal passage, but by Saturday, looks like it's gone, and that's good. Never want to have storms during OU Texas weekend. Now we're out to, Saturday the 11th, and if the GFS is right, high pressure will be parked over Dallas. That would be nice. We'll see how that pans out. Here comes another front on Sunday. High pressure builds in, and it's that time of the year. The GFS shows yet another front. This one would be on Thursday or Friday, the 17th of October. Now, that is way out there, folks. And again, I caution you, any GFS, you don't try to use the GFS too much this far out because it's just really a crapshoot at that point. But if it would be right, we would have another shot of cooler air. So what this is showing is several fronts coming in over the next 2 weeks, but that's pretty typical for October. Now let's look at the 500 millibar pattern for the same GFS from 6Z. And again, starting with the trough in the east, ridge in the west, here comes the storm system right along the west coast. And I'll kind of plow through this rather quickly. We're out to Friday lunchtime. The ridge begins to shift farther to the east, and this is going to set up a warm weekend for us. Again, there's Saturday lunchtime. Trough has pretty much totally taken over the western United States. Watch how that moves into the plains. This is Monday morning. It actually closes off into an upper low. There's Monday morning, and that would signify a good chance for scattered showers and storms because of the timing. The severe threat may be somewhat limited because it would be coming through in the morning. And then the rest of the day, I think because of clouds and showers and storms, the instability may be somewhat limited. Now we're out to lunchtime on Tuesday. We still have a big trough over the eastern, or rather over the central United States. Eventually, that slowly fills and lifts off to the northeast. But look what comes on its heels by next Wednesday. Here comes the trough coming out of the northern Rockies, and that swings on in, gives us a chance for some storms probably a week from Friday. That lifts out. Here comes another trough kind of filling in just east of us. So that would be a reinforcing shot of some cooler air. And then finally at the end of the period, here comes another piece of energy. And as I mentioned before, this is the time of the year where we start to see more of these cold air intrusions. But again, we are 384 hours out into the future. And I doubt very seriously this is exactly how it's going to work out. But I understand the general trend. So after, 17, 18, I think today is our 19th consecutive dry day, it does look like the pattern begins to amplify and will become a little more challenging, say, for forecasters, especially as we head on into early next week with our next chance for storms. But in the meantime, enjoy the nice weather. It looks like it'll be fairly quiet out there today through tomorrow. I'll be working at Eyewitness News 5 today at 5, 6, and 10, so tune in for the very latest as we get some new computer information, and we'll see if that tweaks the forecast at all. Otherwise, have a great day and take care.